It's easy to lose track when new information keeps flooding in. This is why I think it's important to reflect on everything that we've worked through together. I bet you were super enthusiastic about each and every topic when we went through them. Setting the intentions, the mindset shift from restriction to abundance, sleep quality, mindful eating, movement, cleaning out your pantry, and all the food-related episodes we've had in Module 2. But where are you today? You need to be realistic. Life happens and very often corrections are appropriate. There's no need to be judgmental towards yourself, absolutely none. Instead, be honest. Observe your journey as a bystander and don't try to hide behind any excuses. The truth is you don't need any. All life is about being on a journey and enjoying every step. We can never be and will never be perfect. So today I invite you to open your workbook and go through it again day by day, starting from day 1. It's like stopping running for a bit, sitting down, pausing, and taking a deep breath. Where are you at? How do you feel? Are you listening to your body? Are you taking time for yourself? Go through your workbook and see what you've written down, which goals you set for yourself, and what you've been able to keep up with. The thing that you wanted to do but haven't done. Think of what the true reasons are. Reassess. Was it not realistic, maybe? How have things changed since then? Would you still consider making that change? If yes, what's been keeping you from doing so, and what can you do about it? Set new goals if necessary. You don't need to be obsessed about what you already have there. We are successful if we are able to respond to changes. It would not be wise to keep the trajectory if there's an obstacle on the way. Let's be responsive and fluid. So reflect and write everything down onto today's workbook pages. And then let your achievements really sink in. Be proud of yourself and celebrate. To help you along the way, I'd like to talk about discipline for a bit, as no goals are to be achieved without it. And why is that? I very much like Teal Swan's perspective on this topic, so I'm going to summarize her teachings here. Many people don't follow through simply because they don't feel like it. They may even call it an intuition. And you should listen to your intuition, right? However, nothing happens without taking action, without self-discipline. If a person stops doing things every time they don't feel like it, they let their emotions, mind and body have control over them, and not vice versa. They let themselves be guided by their emotions instead of using it as a source of information to make better decisions. For example, if a person lacks discipline, they might automatically not do anything that doesn't feel good, meaning they are totally guided by their emotions. On the other hand, if the person is disciplined, they take action regardless of how they feel. They know that their actions will bring them closer to their goal, even if it's difficult or painful. What it is, they persist. Resistance. An example of resistance coming from the inside. You've planned that you cook yourself a healthy dinner, but when you start to think about the effort of getting dressed, getting to the market, buying all the groceries and actually cooking the dinner, you might feel resistant and cancel everything. A disciplined person would take those resistant thoughts into account, but would also consider their best interests, that is to eat a healthy dinner and to be in alignment with their true values. They direct their energy towards resolving the resistance and use their free will about what their actions will be. Bottom line, resistance or discomfort doesn't always mean that you should stop doing what you're doing. When you're deciding whether to do something or not, it doesn't feel good, isn't what you're looking for. It's just an alert. It only means that you've got a message. But before you make a decision, you actually have to see what the message underneath that alert is. You could also look at it under the concepts of I have to versus I want to. The truth is, you don't have to do anything. It is your choice, your free will. You can choose to see a reward behind each action. For example, you might not feel like getting up in the morning, going to the toilet, or taking a shower. You could actually do all your business in bed. I mean, all of it. But you choose not to because you see the reward of getting up and doing all those things. Now, when you see the reward behind an action, you will voluntarily do things, even if they cause you short-term discomfort. You are able to see how it benefits you in the long run. What if you don't have any discipline? What happens then? Well, it would put you at the mercy of everything and everyone around you, including your own mind, emotions, and body. I think you'd agree that there are a great many things that are worth doing, even if they cause discomfort and even pain. For example, studying something new, moving to a new place, developing physical fitness, having children, and healing. Your internal guidance, your intuition will not always direct you to the things that feel good. On the contrary, doing something that is uncomfortable or painful can be in alignment with your best interests and with what you really want. Take professional athletes, for example. It is so hard, painful, and uncomfortable to achieve what they achieve, but they choose to do it with their free will. It is in your power to add any meaning to discomfort. It's totally up to you. If you lack discipline, you are in a state of passive being instead of active being. Do you know what's the power behind manifesting? It's not about blowing your desires into the air and passively waiting for them to manifest. No. It is about taking action. You desire something and you then actively take steps toward making it true. And this is when discipline comes in. It pulls you into active manifestation. You are working with yourself instead of against yourself. You are not at the mercy of yourself, your thoughts, emotions, or your body. Therefore, you are not at the mercy of other people either. Don't worry if you feel that you lack discipline, as it can be developed. You can become a person who enjoys persisting despite resistance. So, how do you do that? First, ask yourself how you feel about discipline. What's your relationship with it? Remember, we started with finding your intrinsic motivation. One very good reason for it is that motivation generates willpower. And willpower is what discipline is all about. So, how is your relationship